and welcome to Variety Varnish, and today I want to start a new series for 2021, and it's basically my modified monthly manis series. Now, I have to be honest with you guys, I don't particularly love making monthly mani videos. I feel that they are very tedious. I feel that I'm just basically repeating everything that I say on my Instagram captions, and frankly, I don't enjoy making these videos so much. I think they're very, rote, and they're very repetitive. And so I wanted to, make something monthly about my monthly manis, but at the same time, I wanted it to be something fun for me and hopefully fun and helpful for you too. And I think just repeating what I say on Instagram doesn't really help anybody. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help you. So I think what I want to do in my modified monthly mani videos is that I would like to pick maybe 3 to 5 manis that I have done for, the previous month and really talk about them a little bit in depth. And that's also another reason why I don't want to do a monthly manis video, because I already talked like so much and I don't want this to go on and on forever with like 15 polishes. And now that I'm starting to get into nail art as well, like I'm not gonna be like, all right, this is mani number 1 with like 5 stamping polishes and 5 plates that I used. You know what I mean? It's just so tedious in my mind. So I want to talk about like 3 manis or 3 to 5 manis that have really resonated with me that I really, want to talk about. And I have 3 for you from January, and so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first mani I wanted to talk about with you guys today is the one with this polish right here, and this is Bathroom Blues by Restored by Polish. Now, if you guys don't know, Restored by Polish is actually a polish line created by Krista and Jacqueline, and they have a YouTube channel called Restored by Polish, and they are such fun ladies. They are amazing, and basically they have this website called, I think it's Restored Naturally. I'm gonna link it down below in my description box. And it's not just polish. So Restored by Polish is just a little branch of like that store, but they also have hair care products, skincare products, just amazing handmade, very healthy things that really uplift your well-being. The polishes that they create, essentially, they always, highlight a cause. And this cause is Crohn's disease. And my husband was actually diagnosed with Crohn's disease when we were engaged, the year we were engaged. So that was 2013. And so I know how challenging, this chronic disease is. And so I wanted to support that. And so I got I think it was a duo. I wanted to talk about this not just because Krista and Jacqueline have now become, part of the nail polish community, very valuable people in the nail polish community, and they have their own YouTube channel. And, this line is such a good line. But this polish, you guys, is so beautiful. Look at this white Crelly with a perfect formula. White Crellys are always like kind of iffy for me with these gorgeous blue glitters. It's such a fun polish, but really, this polish is so well made. You would think that this was made by someone who has been doing this for like decades. And I don't know if Jacqueline has been making polishes for decades, but this is just a really, really well done white Crelly, you guys. The white Crelly is a beautiful formula. It is, the perfect opacity for white Crellys, where it's opaque and it's a rich color of white, but it still shows that blue glitter goodness in there. And the glitter in here doesn't like lay weird and wonky. Glitter payoff is wonderful. I am just so impressed with this polish. So impressed that I have, like, immediately after I wore this, I went into her website and I looked. I'm like, ooh, is there anything that will, like, interest me today that I'm definitely gonna make more purchases from Restored by Polish, and not just from, you know, for polishes, but also for their hair care products and, you know, skincare products. I just thought that this was such a well-made polish. And, you know, from an independent small maker like Restored by Polish, it's just impressive. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this mani, and this is Bathroom Blues by Restored by Polish. And again, everything is going to be linked down below in my description box. The next polish I want to talk about is Barry M Molten Metal Nail Paint in the shade Celestial Silver. And look at this beauty right here. Oh my goodness, you guys, so beautiful. So I did a triplet mani featuring this polish with Christine, truly a sun, and Chris, who is Foreman's Phalanges on Instagram. I'm gonna link all their Instagram down below again in my description box. This blew my mind, you guys. This polish is so beautiful. It's giving me so much indie vibes in a $5, you know, mainstream polish. It is just absolutely stunning. And so I've always loved Barry M's creams. They stamp, they're super opaque, the formula is wonderful, the brush is wonderful, but this was the first time I tried their Molten Metal line, and I'm not really a big fan of metallic polishes or anything that is kind of like not super cream, you know what I mean? And especially not in this dark of a shade that's kind of like a silvery weird situation. But this turned out so beautiful. And now I have a couple of other molten metals that I want to try. But if you ever are interested in venturing into the Barry M brand, I am going to link down below in the description box some places that you can get Barry M in the US where you don't have to pay like a ginormous amount for shipping. They may not always be like the latest Barry M releases, you know, but eventually things kind of make their way into these websites. So I'm gonna link those down below in the description box. And I highly recommend getting Celestial Silver because this is stunning, you guys. This does not disappoint. It's so beautiful. And again, if you're just thinking, oh, I want to try Barry M, I think this is one that you should try because you will not be disappointed. And then the last polish I wanted to talk about was Believe Beauty, and this is what I wore for January. This is Bet on Us, and it's this beautiful, like, I don't know, it's almost like a chartreuse, but it's a yellow leaning chartreuse, and it is beautiful. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because if you guys don't know, Believe Beauty is a dollar store brand. It is only available in Dollar General. They cost, I think, from $1 to $2.50. And I don't particularly remember how much this particular line is. They have a couple of lines. This is the Jet Setter Mani. I think they have a gel like mani. It really depends on like the kind of bottle that they come with. Some of them come in like just a round bottle. Some of them come in this like little sort of, you know, slanted like bottle cap, you know, things like that. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is because my friend Jackie and I were talking about Believe Beauty polishes, and she actually also has a haul video of Believe Beauty, and she was not very impressed with the formula on these polishes. And I'm gonna link that video that she did down below because I think it's a really great video. It's a good haul video. Now, what I wanted to say was that I think that there is nothing wrong with the formula of these polishes. I think the problem is the brush. Now, everybody is raving about the paddle brush that Believe Beauty has, and I'm gonna open this and I'm gonna try to show you. Oh, look, the cap kind of detaches. So I'm gonna try to show you the brush and see how wide that brush is. So it's super wide. It's really wide, and it makes for an easier application for sure. But I think that they are stiff. And I think that that is where the problem lies as to why these polishes from Believe Beauty sort of come out really streaky at first. And so I think that the floating technique is really pays off when you apply polishes with very stiff brushes, I feel like, in my opinion. So, you know, as much as possible, don't bend the brushes when you're applying them. Don't like flare them out. Just kind of like let the polish drop onto your nail bed and kind of just like glide it slowly where you're almost not touching the brush to your nail bed. And I think that you will have better results with, you know, streakiness from these types of polishes. Now, then, you know, the issue becomes, well, if it's this problematic of a brush or a formula, what can I do? Is it even worth, you know, purchasing? Now, for me, it's definitely 100% worth it because a very cheap, like $2.50. And most importantly for me, the colors for Believe Beauty are just so unique and they're so beautiful. And I've actually done a video where I compared some Believe Beauty polishes with Essie polishes. And so if you like that Essie aesthetic, if you like that, you know, the softness and the uniqueness of their colors, but you don't want to pay the $9 or $7 to $9, you know, a bottle of Essie, Believe Beauty is a really good option. I love the colors that they come with, and for the price point, I think they're worth it. I definitely think it's worth, you know, trying to play around with application and the formulas. Although I have to say a lot of people love it. A lot of people like the formula. A lot of people don't seem to find a problem. I definitely found this to be a 3-coater in my book. Like if you go into my Instagram and if you look up the swatch for this, I basically said that, like, looking at it, it looks like a 2-coater, and I did 2 coats, but you know, once you take that close-up swatch of it, then you can see that it definitely needs that 3rd coat. And so yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about this Believe Beauty polish. I'm still going to continue to purchase Believe Beauty. I think they're definitely worth it, but just a caveat that the formula with that brush is not as, you know, perfect as all the hype says it is. So that's it, you guys. Those are the 3 manis that I wanted to talk about from my January polishes that I wore. I hope you like this like shorter version of a monthly mani situation. I think that I am able to share more thoughts this way versus, you know, just saying like, oh, this polish is beautiful, go buy it or whatever. You know what I mean? You can find all that information anyway, for the most part, on my Instagram posts. So if you don't follow me there, follow me on Instagram at Variety Varnish. And let me know in the comments below what you think of this format. If you would rather, you know, have my 3 to 5 polishes that I kind of talk in depth about, or if you want like an entire summary of my whole, you know, month's manis. And if you want, do you want me to do a poll on Instagram or something as to what manis you want me to talk about? You could always DM me or comment, you know, comment down in my description box if you have a particular mani that you wanted me to discuss. So I'm always open to that. But again, thank you so much for being here with me to chat about anything and everything nail polish. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I hope you're all energized for the week ahead, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!